Hello class, I'm going to be giving an informative speech about the most misunderstood type of dog that there is. Beware, pit bulls will steal your heart. I know this for a fact because I have two pit bulls. I have an 8-year-old pit, and then I recently just got another one. She is around 1.5 years old. She's fairly still a puppy, but I know from experience that these dogs are not what the media portrays them to be. These pit bulls are so loyal that they will do anything that their master will ask them to. They will do anything to please them. That's why people would use these dogs to fight and kill. A lot of people do not know about this type of dog. Pits are considered as dangerous, but a lot of people don't know the history behind this type of breed. The history goes all the way back to the early 1900s in the United Kingdom. The pit bull is not a type of breed, but is the type of dog. With that being said, it's a mixture of breeds: American Bull Terrier and American Stafford Terrier in the original American Bulldog. These dogs were trained to fight and kill because of their athletic ability. They were trained to fight in a bull baiting pen, where the lower class would watch these dogs hurt and kill themselves for a little entertainment. Later in the history, bullfighting pens were considered as outlawed. The British brought the dog over to the United States before the Civil War. Then it ended up getting the name of the American Bull Terrier. The breed has been through a number of changes with its name because we don't consider this dog as a breed. It's a type of dog. It's basically a bunch of different types of breeds mixed into one, which makes it the pit bull. If you see the long nose and the floppy ears, that's a pit bull. Throughout history, when the dogs moved over to the United States, pits were considered as the nanny dog, meaning that Americans would trust their pit bull with their children to babysit while parents went out or working on the farm or even went out to run an errand. These dogs were that loyal where Americans would leave their children with the pit bull. Nowadays, that's not the case. If you see a child with the pit bull, it's going to be considered as dangerous. A lot of people do not like pit bulls anymore. This is called an all-purpose role. Pit bulls were used in commercials and even logos and even popular TV shows back in the day. Pit bulls were considered as the American dog. That's what symbolized America because of their loyalty and they're just really great dogs, but the media just portrays them to be something that they're not. And finally, dog fighting finally becomes illegal in the early 1970s. However, by the 1980s, it became to reemerge, so it's easy way for criminals to make quick cash. Bad people began to seek out for pit bulls for cruel dog fighting. Back then, pit bulls were associated with poverty and urban crimes. The media never says anything good about pit bulls nowadays. They always speak about the bad traits and the bad stuff about the breeds. However, criminals use them for fighting and making quick, fast, illegal money off of them. Today, if you go into an animal shelter, all you will see is pit bulls. Most of these pit bulls in the shelter were dog fighting dogs. People won't give them the time of day because they are going to be considered as untrustworthy. They're going to turn your back on you. They're going to bite you. They're mean dogs. But I know for a fact before I got my pit bulls, I was the same way. I was afraid of these dogs. Anything that they would just scare me until that I got my own opinion, and these are the most loyal dogs that you will ever find. Most of these pits and shelters are not gonna make it. They end up getting euthanized after 3 days because pits get a 3-day span in the shelter rather than a Chihuahua gets a month. So these dogs do not make it. That nobody gives them a chance because of the media. I know before I got my pit bull, like anybody else, I knew I was so afraid of the breed. Today, the breed continues to receive more and more positive feedback in the media. which means that a lot of pit bulls are considered a police dog now. They're narcotic dogs, and they're also police dogs that work for the force. And I want to give an informative speech about this because I know for a fact that these dogs are the greatest dogs that you will ever come in contact with. Next time that y'all see a pit bull in public, do not be afraid to go up to her or him. It is just the media that is brainwashing Americans nowadays, saying that these dogs are the reason that they bite. It's not the dogs. It's definitely the trainers that the dogs are around. If you train your dog to growl and bite when somebody walks up on them, then they're going to be mean. But if you train your pit bull to be a good dog, be nice to people, and even sit down or not jump on people, they are going to be the best dogs that you could ever have. I know this for a fact because I used to work in a vet, and all the mean dogs that would come in, they would be Chihuahuas or Great Danes, but every single type of pit bull that came through that office was the most sweet and genuine dog that I've ever came in contact with. And guys, I really hope that you learned a lot from my speech. I know it's not the speech that a lot of you guys are doing, but this is a topic that you see a lot on the media nowadays, and I'm hoping that I changed your view on this type of dog. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next speech. You guys have a good one.